Oh, Blades. That was a tough one to take, purely because Sheffield United gave us so much. I thought the players played really well. And you know what? Before the game, that's all we'd have asked for, isn't it? A spirited display, 100%. That's what Sheffield United is. It's the playoffs, though. And it ended in defeat. I think fairly undeserved. I thought Sheffield United played proper football. I didn't think there was any gamesmanship. I didn't think got a lot of the rub of the green from the referee or some of the decisions. Well, let's get into it. It started off pretty well, actually. I thought the Blades were on the front foot from the off. 9 minutes, there was the first real moment of action. Egan header over by a yard from a left-hand sided. Jackie Long throw, good throw as well. He's been doing those better recently by looking to get them more into the penalty spot rather than straight at the keeper. 13 minutes, Iliman Ndiaye pass from Morgan Gibbs-White, looked onside, hit it first time, Iliman Ndiaye, and Samba spread himself and made a good save with his right hand. Superb. The more times I saw that one, just got better every time. Really, Samba was exceptional, the goalkeeper for Nottingham Forest, and he's the reason that they are going to Wembley to face Huddersfield Town. On 19, Johnson finishing Surridge's ball across from the left. Jackie Long throw left. Johnson alone. Easy finish. Basham on his heels. Poor. And after such a promising start as well, and it's a goal that they won't want to see back, any of the Blades' defence, because I thought really it was a case of Forest weathering an early storm, and then credit to Forest. That after that, they played it the way they would have wanted. And it wasn't a game that was, from that point of view, certainly if you were a neutral, too exciting. The worst thing that could have happened for a neutral was Forest scoring first. 28 minutes, decent shot from Iliman Ndiaye, again saved by Samba in wet conditions. I always think worth a pop. I would have liked to have seen the Blades take more daisy-cutting low drives, particularly after they'd soaked the pitch and the weather only got worse. 38, Paul Heckingbottom got a yellow, pushing the ball into Jed Spence's, let's call it midriff. I think he was annoyed at how long Jed Spence was taking to take the throw, and a bit of a melee ensued, and some of the injured players, Oliver McBurney, one of them, kind of hobbled into the action. Good to see they all had his back, though, but it was a load of nothing in the end, and Paul Heckingbottom got his first yellow card as a Sheffield United manager. 43, Oliver Norwood shot from the edge of the area, dipped, but not enough, and it went over Samba's bar. So the first half, I thought, summed up, if I was to look at one moment in that first half that summed it all up, Sanderberger treading on the ball and losing it in the box. But then the second half happened. And oh my goodness, was it a different second half. It was reminiscent of that QPR game. I don't know what Paul Heckingbottom said to the Blades at halftime, but he got a reaction. Goal on 47, Iliman Ndiaye. Great work by Sanderberger on that byline. Tricky footwork. Pulled it back to Morgan Gibbs-White. Finished well. Back in it. Morgan Gibbs-White scoring. And how many more times will we see Morgan Gibbs-White in a Sheffield United shirt? Possibly never, but hope springs eternal, and it's the hope that kills you. 49, Jack Robinson, header from a corner, but it hit Iliman Ndiaye on the head. So unlucky for the Senegalese that it hit him on the head there. Another corner whipped in, and in off the Forest man for a third corner in a row after that. And, you thought, here we are. We're really having a barrage now, Blades, of corners and chances. 50. Was Berg fouled in the box? Was Jackie Long throw shirt pulled from that corner? Possibly. We weren't going to get it. Michael Oliver, the referee, was very hesitant to give things, I felt, for the Blades tonight. That's not the reason we lost, but I felt he was hesitant and didn't give things necessarily in our favour. Fleck shouted for a penalty here, but not given. 52, fourth corner after a well-worked free kick, Forest rattled. And that's the fourth corner of just the second half. The Blades really came out of the traps, gung-ho, all guns blazing. Great to see. And then I thought we had a bit of a lull in play, and I felt like it was a message from Paul Heckingbottom. Just wait, patient, go. And on 74, Baldock on the right, good play, an advantage from Michael Oliver. That was excellent refereeing. And the ball crossed in to Fleck in the box, who scored. And that was when the real dream felt alive and the real hope did start. You started thinking about, is it possible that the fairly cocky Forest fans that I was speaking to on social media today, who'd already booked hotels and trains, and they told me they had. That's not hearsay. You might think, well, here we go, 2-1 Blades. We've reversed it. Morgan Gibbs-White on 76, decent ball across, and Ndiaye miss on the far post. 79, McKenna back pass. Nearly. If it had been on target, Samba was out of his goal, but a corner. And at that point, it was 63% possession for United. The Blades had him on the ropes, and it felt like there was only one way it was going to go. I thought Keenan Davis being brought on changed things for Forest. 86, Davis fouled. Bash, I thought he fouled Bash, not given. And Forest won an unfair corner. Header over from Steve Cook. 93, Jackie Long throw heads away from Garner's shot. That could have been going in, and that would have been the game. But it was extra time that we were going to see. And the Blades decided to shoot from kickoff. You love to see it. 2 minutes, quick fire shot from Iliman Ndiaye, straight at Samba at his near. Iliman Ndiaye was foiled by Samba 3 times when I thought he could have scored, and it would have been a completely different complexion to this match. 6th minute of the first part of extra time, Johnson cross, Keenan Davis hits it, saved by Wes, who would take a knock, but would stoically carry on. We went into the second part of extra time. Lolly, a bit of a P-roller at Wes from the off. I was nervous, though. You felt like at any moment, Forest might create something. And on 17, Johnson shot at Wes. And at this point, it went from slightly nervy to very nervy. If in extra time, either side had scored, that was it. Then it's a case of book your hotels. But it was cagey. You often get that in extra time. Neither side wants to be the one that makes the mistake. First change for the Blades. And wow, I couldn't believe we took this long to make a change. There were some very tired legs out there. And it was a forced one as well. Ozzy for the slightly injured George Bulldog on 18 in the second part of extra time. Then Wes, as I mentioned, went down. Worry. Halrahan came on for Fleck. 24th minute, Iliman Ndiaye didn't sit for him, but from a scrambled corner, he hit a shot that was saved by Samba's foot. And that, for me, was the moment. If that goes in, it's Wembley. It's all different. The Blades have beaten Forest in their own backyard. And of course, over the piece, when you look at it, we actually did win our first ever away playoff game in normal time. That would have been the icing on the cake. Oh, the outstretched leg. I keep seeing that shot. Iliman Ndiaye 4 times now foiled by Samba in this game. 28, Halrahan ball in from the left. Evades Morgan Gibbs-White, but if he got a touch on it, so close. You know, it was a case of the defenders behind him, and if Morgan Gibbs-White just gets something on it, you feel like it's going to go past Samba and into the corner, nestling into the net. The last chance, Jackie Long throw, caught by Samba in the box. As he tried to go around him, Mike Oliver thought about it, no penalty. I would like to see that again. At the time, I was really unconvinced. There was Blades when I was doing the watch along in the chat that said stone wall, and there were Blades that said he dived. Let me know in the comments. And then, of course, it went to penalties. And I don't like penalty shootouts. I think if you're English, you don't like penalty shootouts. It doesn't feel like naturally it's going to end in a conclusion that will be satisfactory. Nor would Halrahan missed. Forest converted both of their first 2. Sanderberger scores. Cook scores. Ndiaye scores. Lolly skies. And unfortunately, Morgan Gibbs-White had to score. And you do like to think you'd leave your best penalty taker for last. And he missed. And I'm genuinely sad. You know, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I'm pretty sad. Let's go through some of the comments. Danny says, well played to Forest, not a sore loser, but in my opinion, Forest got rubber the green with the ref. Yeah, I said the same. Diving, time wasting. We saw a lot of gamesmanship, didn't we? And no yellows or free kicks, doesn't even warn them. Even did it at penalties. Samba did it penalties. You're absolutely right. Danny did everything to get himself nice and acclimatized to his goal mouth. I think that put Norwood off. And he did it a few other times as well, complaining about where the ball was spotted. Danny goes on, no gamesmanship from this side. And I hope they get battered in the final. I would like to see Forest win now just because we lost to the best then. You know, if we're going to lose, we lost to the best. Thank you, Danny. It's been a hell of a season. I need a holiday. I don't take holiday during the season. I never do. But I'm going to. I'm going to take 2 weeks. I'm not going to do anything on the channel. How do you all feel, though, Blades? Let me know. Sam says proud and gutted. Have you sorted your PCP yet? Ashley, it's a nightmare. And the end of this season, for the love of the Blades, we're talking thousands. And I'll do it all again. Are you going to cry and have a chip butty? I'll do one of those. Daryl, great performance. Think ref fell for the gamesmanship. Yeah, I'm glad a lot of you are agreeing with this. I mean, I'd rather we weren't talking about it and wasn't to be. Don't like the Prem anyway. Darryl, I hate the Prem, but we need the money. We really do. Otherwise, we're going to have to sell our best players. David says, we don't do gamesmanship, too honest. You know, I remember Wilder saying sometimes we'd have to be a little cleverer, a little bit less honest. And I think that might be the case tonight. We were the honest side. We played the football, and we didn't get the rewards. Great performance and spirit. We lost it on Saturday. We did. If we'd played like we did tonight on Saturday, totally different. Steve, no justice in this game. Totally outplayed Forest, fine margins with the misses from Milliman and the penalty misses from 2 seasoned pros plus another from our most talented player. Yeah, I mean, it's. I look at it as great saves from Samba rather than illy misses, but I can easily see both sides of that coin. Gutted at the result because Forest did not deserve any reward for their diving and time wasting. Even their goalkeeper, who was definitely man of the match, he was, played tricks during the penalty shootout. You see, I thought it was me and a bit of sour grapes, but you're all agreeing with me. And you never know when you do these match reactions what the general consensus is going to be. Matt says, massive respect for doing this reaction, given the gut-wrenching loss. Don't have a choice, mate. You know, we do this before and after every game. And there's many times this season. Nick and I have had stuff going off, you know, personally, and we've never missed a single one. Never. Chris, great performance tonight. The better team lost. Yeah, and it was, you know, that you can mention plenty of the good saves. Great effort tonight, says Paul, from everyone up the Blades. Would have won it if it wasn't for the day keeper. Oh, it's the first time I've laughed. And you know what? Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it. Chin up, absolutely. Great effort tonight. Man of the match every single Blade. Automatics next season. I love that positive attitude. Part of me thinks that we'll have a lot of outs in the summer, but let's not worry about that now. Carl, the way I see it, mate, if you'd said we would have had a chance end of November, I was there when we were terrible. Me too. Glad I can get a away ticket next year. Ha! Oh, I love you, Blades. I wanted to see all of you at Wembley, and I'm proper gutted. And I care about this, and I wasn't there. And I get a lot of grief on social media. Nick and I both do when we don't go to games, and we take the fall sometimes. Nick went, I did this, and we swap it. Next season, we're not going to do that. I'm going to go. So I think this is my last watch along I did tonight. I thank all of you for watching. I really appreciate all of you getting involved in this match reaction. It's all still a bit too raw. You know what? We'll process it. We'll probably end up looking back at this very differently, but for now it feels awful. And personally, I hope Forest win in the final. I want to have lost to the best team. They give it a good crack in the Premier League. I think they're a Premier League side, founding team. Good support in terms of numbers. Wish them well. I will see you all next season. Thank you.